Good morning, all. I'm Kamla from CSC department. Today, I'm explaining about exception handling from Java. So, before going to exception handling, first of all, we discuss about an exception. What is an exception? Exception is unwanted or unexpected event which occurred during the execution of program or which occurred during the running of program. So if an exception is occurred, what happens? If an exception is occurred, the normal flow of the program is abnormally terminated. So this is the drawback of an exception. Why an exception is occurred? Exception is occurred due to the following reasons. So some of the reasons are I'm trying to opening a file, but the file is not created and due to some network connection problem also an exception is occurred. So these are the few reasons to occur an exception, and this exception is represented by the following architecture. All the exceptions are implemented in a package is called as java.lang package. Under this java.lang package, which consists of a class is called as object class. Under the object class, which consists of subclass is called as a throwable class. Under this throwable class, which consists of two types of classes called as errors and exceptions. And again, these exceptions are divided into runtime exceptions and other exceptions. Now we'll discuss the differences between errors and exception. What is an error and what is an exception? Error, whenever an error is occurred in the program or during the program, we cannot handle the errors. If an exception is occurred during the program, we can handle the exception by using a concept is called try catch block, and these errors are unchecked type, and these exceptions are both checked as well as unchecked types. Errors are mostly caused by the environment in which the program is running. An exception, a program itself is responsible for causing an exception, and these errors are occurred at runtime and not known to the compiler. And these exceptions are all exceptions occurred at runtime, but checked exceptions are known at compiler while unchecked are not. And these both errors and exceptions both are available in a package is called as java.lang package. So for this error we can write java.lang.error, and for the exception we can also write java.lang.exception. So these are the differences between errors and exceptions. So finally errors means we cannot handle, which are occurred due to the problem of system, and exception means which we can handle, which occur due to the mistakes in the program. Okay, next coming to the Java exceptions. The Java exceptions are divided into two categories called as built-in exceptions, user-defined exceptions. What are these built-in exceptions? What are the user-defined exceptions? Built-in exceptions are nothing but which are predefined exceptions which are already available in java.lang package. And user-defined exception means the programmer only create his own exception and he can handle the exception. Now we'll discuss about the built-in exceptions. Java supports 12 built-in exceptions. These are, the first one is arithmetic exception. The arithmetic type of exceptions are occurred due to mistakes during the arithmetical operation. The arithmetical operations are nothing but a plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulo division. And the second exception is called array index out of bound exception. Suppose my array size is 3, so I can store only the 3 elements. In generally, the elements into array are stored from 0 location to n minus 1 location. So array size is 3 means I can store the elements in 0 location, 1 location, and second location. But I'm trying to storing the element into fifth location. So that is called as a array index out of bound exception. The size of array 3, but you are trying to storing the element into fifth location. So that type of exception is called array index out of bound exception. The next exception is called class not found exception. Suppose I'm trying to opening the class, but the class is not created, or that particular class name is not available in the program. So that is called as a class not found exception. Next, file not found exception. I'm trying to opening the file, but the file is not available in my list of programs. So that is called as file not found exception. uh, the next one is IO exception. So this IO exception is occurred due to input-output operation failed or interrupted. Next, interrupted exception. Interrupted exception is nothing but it is thrown when thread is waiting, sleeping, or doing some processing, and it is interrupted. Suppose thread is nothing but one process. Okay, so during the execution of that particular process, uh, if any of the thread is interrupted, so that is called as an interrupted exception. So the thread we can interrupt it by using a mechanism is called as wait, sleep. So wait and sleep, so using this we can interrupt the thread. Next, no such no such file sorry no such field exception. Okay, so it is thrown when a class does not contain the field. So that particular field or that particular variable is not specified, then it is a cause and error is called a no such field an exception. No such method exception. So here I'm trying to accessing the particular method, that the method is not available, so then which is showing the exception is called no such method exception. The next one is called null pointer exception. The null pointer exception is nothing but the is this type of exception is raised when referring to the members of null objects. So the particular object is not created, but we are trying to referring that object. So that is called as a null pointer exception. Then number format exception. Then here we have a runtime exception. Next, string index out of bound exception. This string index out of bound exception is similar to array index out of bound exception, because my string size is 6 characters, but I'm trying to storing one more character into 10th location. So that is called as a string index out of bound exception. So these are the 12 types of built-in exceptions. Now here I'm explaining how to handle these built-in exceptions. So here I'm explaining about this arithmetical exception using a Java program. Okay. Before going to handling that exception, the exception can be handled by using the following 5 keywords. That is called try, catch, finally, throw, throws. Okay. So this try is used to try is a block. So in this block only the exception contained statement are represented inside the try block and catch block. So whenever an exception is occurred in the try block, which is automatically thrown to the catch block, finally block. So this finally block is represented after the catch block. This is mainly used to close all the files systematically. Thrown. So the throw keyword is used to throw an exception. Throws. Throws keyword is used to declare exception. So these are the 5 keywords. So using these 5 keywords, we can handle the exception. Now, how to handle this exception? One of built-in exception, I'll explain through one Java program. Okay. So before going to the program, here I represented the syntax for try, catch, finally. Try, open the block of statement. Generally in the try block, we are representing the exception raised statements, or the statements which contains an exceptions are represented inside a try block, and catch block is represented immediately the try block. So the whatever the exception is raised in the try, which thrown automatically to the catch block. So the catch block catching the errors, so that which doesn't create any harm to the program, means the program cannot be terminated abnormally. And finally is represented after this catch block. So the meaning of this finally means it's simply closing all the functions properly. Okay, here I explain one example using this arithmetical exception. Class, my class name is a public static void main string args begin try begin. Here observe the statement int a is equal to 30, a value is 30 and b value is 60, 6. Int c is equal to a by b. So here I am dividing 30 divided by 6. Then it doesn't contains any errors. Instead of this 6, suppose if I represented 0, then here I am representing the statement int c is equal to a by b, dividing any value by 0, then which is an exception. Okay, we cannot divide any value by 0, so that is called as an exception. When this type of exception is occurred, the system is automatically terminates, or the program, the flow of execution of the program abnormally terminated. To avoid this, here I'm handling this exception without creating any harm to my program. How we are going to handling this program, so which can be handled by using try and catch. So these exception raised statement I represented inside the try block. Immediately I have a here after try block I have a catch block, and this type of exception is nothing but a arithmetical exception, because due to this arithmetical operator the exception is occurred. So that's why the class name of exception is called as arithmetical exception. Then system.out.println cannot divide any number by 0. So simply which is showing the message is called cannot divide by 0. So that instead of 0 I can pass b value is any value. So like that we can handle the exceptions in Java using try catch and finally block. Okay, this is about handling of exceptions in Java language. Thank you.